Hello, my yokels. This is your Eggnificent coming to you live from the land of a place of darkness and despair. That's right, we're going to go to Transylvania, and the reason being is because there's quite a few of you that don't think that I did a one continue. So this is just to prove that I actually did. Basically, I'm going to present a giant receipt that says that I did it. But I'm not here to throw shade or anything. Just sit back and watch the replay of what I did in each stage, and hopefully you get some laughs out of it too, because there were some parts where I did fuck up, but you know, that's to be expected in a amateurish zero continue run. But hey, I did pretty good, and I was my mic is hold on. I did pretty good, and I want to say that overall it wasn't terribly hard to do once I was able to figure out how to get past those gold bats. The gold bats on stage 16 messed me up for the longest time, which totally killed the run over the years. But let's see, before I began, I started trying this run ever since the collection came out, so we're going to scroll down to the date. Let's see, let's scroll down. There's a date on this. It doesn't give a digital copyright date. There was a date here. I'll find it later. With any regards to date, I think this is released in 2018, if not 2019. I had started this run after I've streamed it one day and said, hey, let's try a one continue run, or I should say a no continue run, because I don't take any continues in this run, and you'll see right now. Alright, so the first bit's gonna be pretty generic. Yeah, it's just me picking up power-ups here. It's nothing that exciting. Here, if you actually are able to jump over the gate, you can actually pick up a bag of money. But it's a really tight fucking jump to land. Here I'm just going through the motions of getting through the stage. Now here you have to be careful. You have to actually crouch and hit that cat, or jump over it. I usually prefer crouching and hitting the cat because it's just easier to get rid of the cat that way. Alright, so there I decided to keep the knife for now because basically using the clock's kind of expensive. For those of you that don't know much about Castlevania game, here you go down and go to the left, but sometimes if you're lucky you could time the bats and sequence break there and totally avoid this underground area. I wasn't lucky with the timing, so I have to actually do this area. It's not bad though. Here you just hit the block and get an extra bag. Now if you want to like really cheese, if you go back to stage 1 and grind for a holy water, you could pretty much rack up points and get multiple lives. Now here I'm just basically, yeah, just going through the game here, and the first boss is actually the vampire bat, but everyone knows it as the gold bat now ever since Pokemon, so I just refer to it as the gold bat. So real easy stuff there, just take it out with some axes. So here I am, I'm breaking the wall, and then I have to actually kneel there and kind of pray in order to get that crown to appear. So that's how you get that crown. There's not much to say here, just basic platforming. It helps to have the crosshair just because it's easier to hit those knights twice, because they do take 2 hits to take out. I suppose if you're speedrunning it, that's kind of important, but for me, it's more or less about efficiency. I jumped over that knife like a giant turd, because basically, once you get any other sub-weapon after that, the knife is pretty much like a pea shooter. Must admit, it's kind of cool just sitting back, chilling, and watching a replay of this. I've never done this before, actually. I usually play these live, but Castlevania is like one of those games which takes an immense amount of concentration for me. And I have the Deus Ex, the Deus Ex logo on that thing. Hold on. Let's get a Castlevania one. There we go. Alright, hopefully that didn't really interrupt the feed. Alright, here I kind of made a minor mistake of getting pinned in the corner, but Medusa is pretty much like the Magikarp of the Castlevania series. Basically, if you lose to Medusa, you might as well turn in your controller. Just hang it up. You're done for today. Pool's over. The pool's closed at that point. Oh, what I'm doing there is kind of hard to describe. They're kind of annoying to hit the flea men, so what I'm doing is actually timing them to like fall down. And as I'm timing them, I'm nailing them with the holy water. I kind of do it with the Jacobones too, but sometimes they can be tricky to hit with that. Because it's all movement based on their movement. You won't notice it right away now, but later on you will. The same thing with the water there. I was lucky I didn't die here, because usually we don't eliminate that crow, and the Jack of Bones is still hanging around along with the ghost. They could pretty much cut your life short. There I got really lucky. Then here I'm making a bag appear. That's another place where you have to kneel down and make it appear. Essentially you're praying, and that's how they appear. I mean, further ahead I know where there's like one more, but it's kind of like not worth it. Because the other one I know after that point is like in stage 17. And basically if you're praying for that bag, you're going to get swarmed by like birds and flea men, so I don't even go for it. Now there it kind of messed up. I wanted to keep the holy water, but I wound up getting the stopwatch, so I decided to make lemonade out of lemons. Well, it makes it safer for me to go through this particular part. Now the reason why I want to try to like constantly keep the holy water is because I could stun lock the bosses with it. And stun locking is very important if you want to do like a hard run like this. I mean, you could do it without cheesing it with the holy water, but a lot of the times the later bosses tend to be random, so it's just easier to do it with the holy water. But here I take on the mummies with the knife. They don't really put up that much of a fight, come to think of it. Yeah, like there, I just get to like one side and then get rid of them. Basically, that's how you get rid of them. You just have one to purposely knock you over, and then you gain up on them while they're like together. Because they're like losing 2 life bars instead of 1. Not much to say here. Grabbing the water was key to doing this part, because Igor and Frankenstein together is like actually, to me, the hardest boss in the game, just because of the randomness of Igor. Now people think that death's harder, but if you have a triple cross or even a single cross, you could stand a fair chance against death. So as long as you get the timing of those sights down. But there's something about the randomness of how Igor jumps that just gets to me. Because Igor can jump high and he could randomly throw fireballs at you as you're trying to fight him, which you don't get to see because I get to actually lock him in place with the water. There with the invincibility water, I could have kind of gone for it, but I decided to play it safe and just take my time. There, as long as you use the holy water on that thing, you're almost certain to get like a level 2 there. And if you're quick enough, you can actually get the level 3. Which, this dragon gives me kind of a hard time, but I'm able to beat him. Now here, if you don't time it right, Igor and Frankenstein's monster can unlock and attack you. But luckily my timing was good, so they were like stuck in place. Alright, so this is like the most interesting part of the game, and that flea man actually got a cheap shot on me. I'm usually able to take them out with like 1 holy water. Then the free life triggered. But here, also the jackal bones gets a hit in too. See, like there I'm at like -8 life. I got hit twice. I do get hit again later, but I'm at full life when I get hit. But I still managed to actually do this part without dying. Okay, here there's just a lot going on. You have the blood skeletons getting up, but the main thing you need to worry about is the flea man. You hit the flea man with the water, and then double back and hit the skeletons. I hit them as quick as I can and make sure they are down, because if they're like up, they could cause problems while I'm fighting other enemies. Now here I go for the bag as opposed to the meat first, just to get the 700 extra points. I know I missed the bag for the extra 100, but I didn't care because that blood skeleton was there and I didn't want him to like pop up and potentially hurt me. There I learned a trick with the axe knights. And that is, if you like time your movements just right, you could just about almost always hit them with the holy water if you back up a little bit. This trick's actually helped me out. I don't know why I went downstairs there. Alright, now sometimes this axe knight appears later, but he appeared early, so I had to deal with him like right there. Usually I'm able to like go up the stairs and then drop a holy water on him, and it'll automatically hit him and sometimes give me that 1,000 extra points because he's trying to throw an axe while he's stun locked. But there, he came early. Here, not much to say here. Just this is a tricky part coming up. As soon as I go through the door, I have to almost immediately jump twice because of the skull towers. You can get hit easy, and then I take my time there just to make sure I don't get hit. Pretty common sense stuff. Alright, this is where I like restore my life actually. Alright, now here is where I get the extra health. Then here I do this part, but I started to get a little bit frustrated because the Medusa hits me there, and that wasn't like expected because I usually know the overall flight patterns of the Medusas, but the way they were flying was a little erratic for me. And if you know where exactly they're flying, you won't get hit by them, but for some reason I was almost always not on the space where I needed to be, and then there I get hit again. And there I'm avoiding hits. Yeah, I'm playing it safe right there. And then here I was looking up the phase lock death in place with the water. Take that long drink of water to make their death. Not much to say there, just that's what you do if you want to cheat death out. You could beat them with the triple cross. In fact, if you want a more challenging fight, you could do it that way. You could fight them with the whip, but it's more or less about luck. Now here, I thought I was actually going to get hurt, but I was lucky with the bats. They didn't like knock me off, which commonly happens. Here, as soon as that bat arrived, I pretty much went about my business. And then here, the bat. Oh, the bat doesn't hit me here, but I get the hearts I need. And I thought for sure I was gonna make it with the clock because everything was going right. Yeah, I must admit, it looked pretty promising there. But then the Jacobones actually started giving me trouble here. Like, instead of going like all the way over like it normally does, he did like a Yui on me and actually killed me. But I can hear in the comments now, Egg, why didn't you use the clock? Well, I was trying to save the clock for further down when I can get the meat. And then just get the safe passage at full health to the end part. But, I actually pulled through this. He actually did what he was supposed to do there. And I just sort of timed him out and then, yeah, I got through that part. And normally that's how I'd want the skeleton to act, and then Fleamen are by far the most annoying enemies in the game. Then here, I was so lucky. I was so lucky with those flight patterns. I just took the hit there because I didn't want to like fall off or anything. But then there we are, final stage. Now, pretty much this is my warm-up fight for Dracula. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. I like the music. The music makes it intense. Like, I kind of wish I played this as a little kid. What I played as my first Castlevania was actually Castlevania II. Which, don't get me wrong, it's still a great Castlevania game, but it's severely flawed when compared to 1 and 3. There's just some things about it where, you know, walking straight past bosses and still being able to advance, you know, that's something that you shouldn't be able to do. Unless it's, you know, like there's a reason for it. That was pretty much just bad programming in Castlevania 2. Which I might play on my channel someday, but right now I was trying to like really get this run down. Then there I died. I think here I actually succeed, or if it's the next one, I'm sorry, but there's a certain way you gotta fight Dracula. For one, stay as low to the ground as possible, and when he opens his cape, jump over his fireballs and hit him in the head. There, I was too early. But there, I nailed it. There, I was forced to pick up the holy water because I needed it for the second part. I do not recommend fighting Dracula's second form without the holy water. You could try, but it's a lot harder. I'm sure like people who've run this game like thousands of times and mastered every monster's random movement could do it, but good luck with that. Alright, and there I'm purposely not hitting him until he's at the very corner for this very reason. His second form takes up a huge portion of the screen, and it is possible I'm going to get hit, so see, like there I got hit pretty bad. I actually kind of lucked out here if I recall. Yeah, I think he does attack me. Yeah, like I get hit here, but I'm able to drop the fucking water on him. See there, I'm just playing it cool. And I just did that for like insurance. And time! That is game right there. That's to verify that I have actually done a 0 continue Castlevania run. You see the orb on the ground. You see a stage 18. It is done. Enjoy the ending, everyone. Oh, I guess he cuts it out, but yep, that's pretty much it. So, anybody that has any questions about whether or not I've done a 0 continued Castlevania run could now see this as a giant receipt. Alright, so that's all. I now need to pull my laundry out of the washer and put it in the dryer. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Please like, comment, subscribe. Keep it awesome, and let's get it cracking. I'll see you guys.